Welcome to a world where gods walked among us, where pyramids defied the sands of time, and where the Nile River was both a life source and a mystery. Today, we take our journey into the very fascinating secrets of ancient Egypt, a civilization that lived more than 4,000 years ago, yet still holds us with its grandeur and mystery. Introduction to the civilization. Ancient Egypt is more than pyramids. It is a land full of deep religious importance, artistic creations, and incredible achievements. Pharaohs, who were considered earthly versions of gods, often governed with the authority bestowed upon them by God. This holy connection to the gods was brought into every aspect of life, from how they could build these monuments to even the clothes they wore. Everyday life along the Nile. Everyday life was simultaneously ordinary and extraordinary in ancient times. Thus, the Nile River is in the center of Egyptian life. Predictable floods allowed the cultivation of crops such as wheat and flax, forming the central backbone of the economy and diet of the country. It wasn't just about survival, though. Egyptians had a taste for the good life. Beer, bread, fish, and vegetables were staples, and meat and spices were something only the rich could indulge in. Social status was also represented in the elaborate mud brick houses of the rich, which featured gardens and pools, while commoners lived in simpler homes. Egyptian architecture. Monuments of eternity. One of the biggest mysteries is how Egyptians built the architectural marvels that continue to inspire wonder today. The Great Pyramid of Giza, standing almost 500 feet tall, is aligned directly with cardinal points. To this day, no modern architect or engineer has been able to understand the technology applied. The temples at Karnak and Luxor exhibit not only skills in architecture, but also the deepest level of religious sentiments, inasmuch as such buildings were made to complement the gods Amun and Ra. Their mighty pillars covered with hieroglyphics, scenes of mythology, are thought to have been the dwellings of gods. Hieroglyphics. The language of the gods. Hieroglyphics were much more than a writing system, they led to the god as well. Symbols indicated everything from sounds to overall ideas and formed crucial elements to record religious texts, royal decrees, and histories on the temple walls and the tombs. The decipherment of hieroglyphics through the Rosetta Stone has opened doors to understandings of Egyptian governance, religious beliefs, and even daily life for its people. Religion and the afterlife. For the most part, Egyptian culture defined much of the afterlife as not being an end, but rather a transition into some kind of eternal world. Egyptians believed that mummification would preserve the soul's journey into the afterlife, where they would be judged by Osiris, the god of the dead. Elaborate tombs were filled with amulets, food, and symbols of protection, in the hope that these may facilitate safe passage. This fascination with the afterlife led to some of the most beautiful funerary art the world has ever known, preserved in tombs like those in the Valley of the Kings. Legacy and endurance. The legacy of ancient Egypt should not just be there in the monuments and remains, but be continued through its influence on architecture, art, even medicine. For example, their mathematics and engineering established a solid foundation for subsequent civilizations, and their herbal remedies are precursors to modern medicine. What makes us so attracted to ancient Egypt today? Maybe it is the mystique of a civilization that seemed to hold the secrets of life, death, and eternity itself.